Hey everyone. So this week's topic is bullying within the LGBTQ community. I've come across this a lot, too much, and today it's actually kind of pissing me off, especially within the trans community. Uh, a close friend of mine, when I first told her I was trans and I was going to actually transition and start hormones, she started saying that I was doing it to gain male privilege. Um, and there are a lot of uh, lesbian women out there that, like, this is how they feel. And that's okay, they can feel however they want, but I tried to educate that person as much as possible, and it didn't work at all. I try to take every moment and use it as a teaching moment when it comes to stuff like this, because more than anything, it is a lack of education, a lack of knowledge. But they just kept on insisting that, you know, this is how I felt when I was a kid, and I just came in as lesbian, and I'm fine, and I'm like, it's not like that. And there's a lot of bullying within the trans community as well. There's a lot of gender policing, and if you're not male enough, then you're not trans, or if you're not female enough, you're not trans. And there's a lot of, like, people, seen a comment the other day that there's a trans guy who likes to wear nail polish and stuff. Who said nail polish was only for women? It's like we're trying to fight the system and say that we don't need to be a certain gender role, but we're pushing this on each other. There's a thing going around right now that I find very ignorant, because somebody wants to enter a contest and people are policing him and his body. You see all over Tumblr people saying you are not male enough, you are not trans enough. And same with when it goes, if the gender queer thing and people don't understand it, it just gets under my skin, because we're here and we're trying to fight for our rights and for each other's rights, yet we're telling people they're doing it wrong. How can you say that somebody is too feminine to be a man? I mean, some of my friends are so feminine, and they're straight men and they're very feminine, and they get called female more than I do, and that doesn't make them less of a man. It's just constant belittling going on, instead of working together for a common cause. It's just ridiculous, the amount of bullying that goes on, and pushing and shoving around. And it's bad enough that we have to face this from the outside world every day, hearing slanders and slurs like everywhere you go. People are saying that's so gay, or did you see that person? I didn't know if it was a he, she, or an it. Like, who cares what's in a person's pants or who someone's attracted to? Before I came out as trans, I mean, there was that much bullying. It was insane from the heteronormative world that it doesn't make any sense. And now, like, within the trans community, how can you tell another trans guy, when you face this yourself and you're further into your transition, how can you tell him, oh, you're not trans because you like nail polish, or because you don't have bottom dysphoria, you can't be trans, or since you're okay with your chest, you're not trans. Like, some people can deal with their bodies and be okay with it. Doesn't mean they're any less male or female, or any less trans. I don't know. I'm just gonna go on a rant. I'm just kind of ticked off from some of the comments I've seen in some discussion groups tonight. It just, like, the policing each other and telling someone they're not enough. I mean, we get that enough from our own family and friends and from the rest of the world. We don't need it within our own communities. And two, if you're trans, like, I identify as a straight male. If now my safe places are gone because I can pass as a straight male, my safe places in the LGBTQ community that I used to have are now gone. If I go to a gay bar or something, people are like, why are you here? Or if I go to a center that is for the LGBTQ community, it's like the T is not there. We're not allowed there once we transition. If you're straight, you you have to be trans and gay to go to these places, and it's just ridiculous that people who are once our friends turn on us, and like people who are going through the same thing start to turn on each other instead of helping each other, and it really needs to stop. We should be there and we should be asking positive questions rather than telling someone they shouldn't do this. Yes, you can fear for somebody, but it shouldn't be to a point that they feel less, or you take away their confidence in something. Some people watching this might know what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to get into it. Anyway, yeah, I really think that instead of going at each other's throats and policing everything everyone else does, we need to start working together. If we don't, it just looks bad. It looks bad on us, it looks bad on our community, and we're not going to get anywhere. I mean, here in Canada right now, lesbians and gays and when it comes to the sexuality part of the spectrum, they have their rights. But when it comes to trans, we're still at the bottom of the barrel. We have fought and helped people when it comes to getting their rights for sexual orientation, but they are not helping us. I'm not saying not everybody is helping us. We do have people who are helping the trans community, but the trans community helped push a lot of things, and we're not getting that back, and we're getting pushed down because of it. Here in Canada, other than 3 provinces and territories, we can still lose our jobs for being trans. We can still be legally discriminated and harassed against, and we can still lose our apartments and where we're living. We're actually the highest level of poverty and the highest level of unemployment when it comes to the LGBTQ community. So really, we've had enough bullying from the rest of the world. We don't need it from each other. So just before you type something or you say something, really think about it and think to yourself, like, if you were just coming out, or if you were in your transition and someone said this to you, would it hurt you? You know, like, think before you speak or type something, because it's ridiculous, just ridiculous how much bullying there is within our communities. I even have really flamboyant gay male friends, and then I've got some that are gay and you wouldn't even know. Not that you should be able to tell anyway, but and then they start getting at each other. Oh, you're too flamboyant. Why don't you just become a woman? And stuff like that. It's just, it's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna stop my rant now because it's 10 minutes. But yeah, just think about things before you say or type them, because you don't know who you're gonna hurt. And when you look back at it, it could end up you hurting yourself in the end. But anyways, see ya.